Hello, my name is Rachel Lara. I am a realtor here in San Diego County, and my mission is to be your real estate guide and to provide you with enough information so that you can confidently make decisions for you and your family. So, the videos that we'll be uploading will be in support of that. So, they'll be about real estate in general, our local markets, what's going on, including our listings, and then also because we want to be of value to you in between your real estate purchases, we'll also have community information and how to maximize and really enjoy living in your home. So, if that sounds great to you, press subscribe and with the little button thing so you get alerts when the new videos come out. And today's video is about the San Diego real estate market update for July of 2021. What's going on and what does it mean to you? So I know we're all busy and not everybody loves to geek on the numbers, so I'll go with the bottom line first and then go into the details. So if you just want the bottom line, stay tuned, it'll be right here. And then if you want to continue to geek out on the numbers and dive a little deeper, I'd love to have you stay on. So for the real estate median sales price, that's the median sales price in San Diego County, which is a great indicator of where the market is, right? It's what the bottom line of what everybody wants to know is how much will my house sell for or how much do I have to pay? So for June, the median sales price was $875, and then drum roll, the median sales price for July was $875. Now, this is pretty significant because for the last few months, quite a few months, there's been increases each month, and now we're kind of, this is the first time it's stayed the same. Now, when we look, we'll go into that a little deeper shortly. When condos, the median sales price condo in June was $555,000, and in July, it was $550,000. So a decrease of $5,000, not significant at that price point. Again, it shows that it's not an increase. Now, you'll see several graphs like this, or several slides that look like this. And so on the top, we have three. It's July 2019, 2020 to 2021. The blue is detached, the red is attached homes, and then we have year to date. So, and then on the bottom, this one starts in May of 2012 and ends in May of 2021. And so we can see that there's that historical, we have annual appreciation of 4% for homes is the historical average. And so we've gone slowly and steadily increased over the years, and then we hit January of 2021 and we see this, especially for single family homes, it's no longer a gradual, it's steady incline, and comparatively it's a big incline, right? So the median sales price in July of 2019 was $650, then it was $724 of 2020, and then now we're at $875. Now, San Diego is huge and vastly diversified, and median sales price depends on, or sales price depends on a lot of things, and especially location, right? And so we can see that when we break it down into the different areas in San Diego County, they're substantially different. Coastal and then North County also tends to be higher than the others. So when we're looking at this map, this teal color is called North Coastal. I didn't make these up. These are, the MLS made these ones up. I just live with them. And that's from Oceanside to Del Mar, and that the median price there was 1.6. This Coastal South, which is from La Jolla to Point Loma, that was just over $2 million. The North County, which is this Fallbrook, this orange Fallbrook to Escondido, over to Borrego. Yes, Borrego is part of San Diego County. That was 800,000. North Inland, which is Mira Mesa, Poway, Rancho Bernardo, Scripps Ranch, Ramona. That was 1.2. Now, hang on with me for a second, because we have Metro, which is this fuchsia area, and that includes Mission Valley, Old Town, Claremont, Linda Vista. That was 950,000. And then we're going to jump to the South Bay, which was 775,000, and that includes Coronado, so that did skew that higher, but 775 is their median price. And then we go over to East County, which is that Mint, which is La Mesa to Lakeside, Santee, El Cajon. 750,000 was their median price. Inland East, which is from Alpine all the way out to Jacamba. I'm sure some of you don't even know where Jacamba is, but if you just keep on going to the 8, it's before you get to the desert. And 8 East, that was 660,000. Inland South, which is Jamul, Del Sur, and Potrero to Tecate, and that was 670,000. Metro Central, so we're going back into that's San Diego, that's this coral color, San Diego and Lincoln Heights and Encanto. That was 629,000. And then Metro Uptown, which is from Mission Hills all the way, it's south of, mostly south of the 8, but also it follows that 8 along, and so it goes Mission Hills, North Park, out until Del Zura and San Carlos, and that median sales price was 890,000. Now, the highest sales price in all of San Diego County this in the month of July was in La Jolla, which isn't a big surprise. It did have beach access. They had the pool here, and then they also had stairs down to the beach. It was in Wind and Sea. It was listed by Casey Martin of eXp Realty of California, and they listed it at $15 million. It sold in 12 days for $13.4 million. It was 6,000 square feet, and it was on 0.4 acres, so almost half an acre, which is beautiful property too, right? There's many rooms that had ocean views. Some of it was a little dated, and some might call, but the views and location were obviously what sold it, and then you can make it, it might have been their style, it might not have. At that point, it is about location. And those other things can be changed. Now, the lowest price in San Diego County, remember I said the Acamba before? This was in Acamba, and it was listed at $95,000. It was on the market for 30 days and then finally sold at $80,000. Now, this obviously is in the backcountry. It it went cash. It is definitely a fixer. It was built in 1926, and I don't know about the maintenance of it now. And then one of the things that they did, especially out there, and you see this all throughout the backcountry, is a lot of times they were built as like vacation homes, and so they were small, and then like in this picture you can see there's like a door inside, right? What's going on there? It's because they kept, like, they enclose the patios and make that the new part of the house. And so you definitely had some things going on that was not your average house. But considering that the median sales price was $875,000, and this one sold for $80,000, I did want to include it. Now, the lowest price in San Diego proper, in San Diego City, was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that was 844 square feet in Skyline. That's 92114, and that sold for $375,000. So substantially over $80,000, but substantially less than the median sales price. Now, what I love about this slide is that it kind of gives all the market conditions or indicators in one area. And the top 3 are based on inventory and kind of cyclical, depend a little bit. Like you can tell, this is December. So that's part of it, and you can see the ups and downs. So new listings, pending sales, closed sales. Kind of reflective also what's going on. Now, the next 4, median sales price, average sales price, closed volume dollar amount, and percent of original price. Those are all price related, right? And so it's very interesting. The graph starts at July of 2019 and ends with July of 2021. And these 4, obviously, the bar graph starts really low and then gets steadily increases as we go across to where we are currently, right? And then the next 4 are days on market, affordability, the amount of homes for sale, and the month's supply. So all of those are reflective of what's happening in the market and causing those prices. And you can see it's the opposite. The highest are on this side of the graph, and then as we get closer to where we are, they disappear. So you can see how we've gotten to very clearly the increase in the inversion of where we are with these. The cause and effect, essentially. Now we're going into the details. So that was the market overview. Now we'll look at these a little bit deeper. Now on these, it's still the same, where this is the last July's over the last 3 years, and this is each month from May of 2012 to May of 2021. So here we can see that there was roughly, I like to deal with round numbers because math's just easier, 25, a couple hundred more, but 2,500 houses, and then 1,500 condos that came new to the market this month. The month of July, because it already happened, so not this month, but in July. Now, that is down from last month, where we had 2,800 for single family homes, so a couple hundred less, roughly 150 less, and 300 less than last July. So not hugely different, but what's interesting is the closed sales. So we had, that was roughly 4,000 houses that came to market, right? And then when we add these together, roughly 3,500 houses came to market, houses and condos put together. So there's a difference of 500. So for all of those that came to the market, there's 500 left over, right? That's not very much. It's considering, remember, we're from, San Diego's huge. We go to Borrego, there's tons of houses all over, right? So only 500 left over after you clear out how many sold. And then you'll also see that similar number as far as the current inventory. So after those came on the market and the other houses sold, we still ended up, we have 2,200 available to sell, which we know is less than the number that are going to sell next month based on this. So this is the biggest factor in our current market. It says there's just not very many houses to sell. and there's buyers wanting to buy, and that's why we're seeing such pressure on those prices. Now, this one shows it a little more significantly is month supply. It's something that we look at closely for real estate. A balanced market where the power isn't all with the sellers and the power isn't all with the buyers is about 5 to 7 months of inventory on the market. Now, if you remember, if you were looking for a house in July of 2019, you might have still thought that we need more houses. We definitely thought we needed more houses on the market at that point. But we had 5 times more houses on the market than we do now. 5 times. That is significant. And you can see that here is, I mean, we're pretty much up and down, but always around here, and now we're not. And that is the biggest pressure on where we're at and where how the price has been. Now you can also see days on market. Back in 2012, it took over 2 months to sell a house. Close to 3 is the median time. And then even in July of 2019 and July of 2020, we're over a month. And now we're at 18 days. And remember, this is the median 18 days. So while what's really being pulled out on this is those houses that are overpriced, are badly marketed, and not showcased well, that people are ignoring. Because if you have a house, you've priced it right, you've marketed it, we listed on Thursday, we get our showings and people, and really the only reason why we wait until Monday or Tuesday is to make sure that we had enough time to get the most amount of offers and really those serious offers available, and then we're in escrow on Wednesday, which is less than a week. So this 18 is definitely drawn out by those ones that sit on the market for a while. Housing affordability. Now this is the one that really, if you have a house already, it doesn't hurt so much. But if you are new to the market and wanting to buy, this is why we have people leaving. So now this one only goes to 2013, but in 2013, May of 2013, this was at like 110, and now it's at 43. And what that number means, so our 43 means that the median household income is 43% of what is necessary to qualify for a median priced home under the current interest rates. So it takes more than 2 times the median household income. Now that is not, median household income factors in household, not wage earners, right? So it's not just a 2-people family. It's 2 families with 2 people, kind of, right? Because there's some families that work, some that don't, but you get the median household income for California is not enough to purchase. It takes more than 2. Now, this is down 20% in the last year. Right? Since that is significant. And so a lot of times we're seeing that the buyers that are really able to buy a single family home, condos are definitely more affordable, right? Are people that are already have a house on the market that they're able to sell and leverage to purchase this other one. It's mostly not people that are just starting out, or it's people that have their parents help them with that down payment, so it's more affordable to make that house. While it feels like there's a lot of cash on the market, there overall there's not significantly more than previous years. Now, there is cash on the market, people cashing out and going and buying cash other states, other locations, that we're definitely seeing. But in San Diego, while it feels like there's a lot of more cash on the market, historically it's not that much different, which I was a little bit surprised about. Now, the percentage of list price received. Now, I think this one's the one that's gotten the biggest news over the past several months, because there's the stories of people paying hundreds of thousands of dollars over the list price. For the most part, it's not happening all the time, right? Because the percentage is 104. So round math again. You know how I like that. It's if a house is listed at 1 million, it would sell for $1,040,000. Not hundreds of thousands of dollars more. Even in a million, it's at $40,000 more. Not significant. But we saw that more previously too, because houses with that severe income increase, there was not, and with low amount of houses on the market, there was neighborhoods that didn't have sales before in this current condition, and so they weren't sure what to price it at, and so we were seeing some discrepancies. But overall, it's not huge. It's 4% more, which is not too scary. And kind of see that I broke it down around the county. It doesn't always depend on if it was like a more expensive market or a less expensive market, and it does change from time to time too. But there's a few with that central coastal or south coastal, the metro area, inland south, inland east. Those were all at the 100, really close to list price. And I think the highest was this North County inland, the pink, and that was 106 for this month. Now, what does this mean for you? Right? If you are, sorry, I went the wrong way. So if you are a buyer, you have to have your ducks in a row. I'm sorry, interest rates are still historically low, so it is a great time, especially if you have another appreciation that you can leverage on another house. It's great. You can get into that new house and lock in a low, historically low, ridiculously low interest rate. And you have to be competitive. So we'll need to talk strategy if you have a house to sell and purchase, right? We don't want to leave you homeless. There's definitely some good different strategies we can use depending on your situation. Because while houses are selling fast, the other people that are taking your offer might be a little scared to take a contingent offer. We're seeing that there's so much other things going on that might look better to them. Now, if you're a seller, still celebrate. You're selling, the houses are selling at ridiculous amounts that you would not have thought of they would reach last year, right? So ridiculous, but really, you did not know that your house was going to sell at this price. It's fabulous. Now, it's easy to sell too. Buyers aren't asking for the same things they were months ago, especially the ones that have been around for a little while. They've gotten beaten up by the market. They are, their expectations are lower than they used to be. So they're not asking for as many things. They're willing to give concessions, and they're also willing to let you stay in the house while you're closing on another house after the close of this one. Lots of rent backs. Now, if you're a homeowner, you can still celebrate. Your house is worth more than it was previously. I don't think I hope that most of us have learned after the early 2000s not to take out more, a ton of the equity and use it on frivolous things. But a good thing that are seeing people do is with the ADU units, with all this pressure on not enough of these houses being available, our housing being available, right? We're seeing people add on. I have a project in Claremont where they took a single house and added on above for an apartment and above the garage, which was detached, for another apartment. So they took one single family house and made 2 rental units. So they're now getting 2 income, right? They're getting income, right? Almost like that second job. You know, they always say that in San Diego, your house is like your second job, because of the equity and appreciation. But that's real, right? That's monthly income that's coming in and helping you pay your mortgage. There's another, they've definitely lightened up on building additional structures onto your property. And we also have another one in La Mesa where it's a twin home. So they only own half of the structure. It's like a duplex, but with they share the common one wall in the middle. And then they've added both up and out over the garage. So it was already a duplex and they only owned half of it, and then they added 2 more. So they're definitely helping their mortgage payment, right? So there are definitely I would be happy that it's nice to know that you have your net worth has increased over this last year. And then you can decide how you want to handle that, whether you love your house and just want it like it is, or whether you want to take that and leverage it for something else. But it's definitely time to be happy about it. Now, this was my first market update, and I would like to continue bringing these to you. So please let me know what you thought of it. If you would like to see this again, definitely like and subscribe. You can put your feedback on it and try to be kind. But I would definitely like to know what you thought of it. I know it's over 25 minutes, so that's long. But I hope I brought you information that will help you and also give you a little entertainment, right? You might not be buying the next property that comes on the market in the beach in Windansea, but it's interesting to see that as well. Now, that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions regarding this or anything real estate related or San Diego, you can contact me at the information on the side, or you can leave comments below, and I will be getting back to you on answering any questions that you have there as well. So thank you for spending this substantial amount of time with me. I really appreciated sharing what's going on in the San Diego real estate market with you. Have a great rest of your July, and I will see you, well, have a great rest of your summer because it's already August. I will be providing one of these shortly after we go into August. Oh my gosh, now I'm just getting I don't want the summer to end. So August is ending shortly. I'll be giving you the August update at the beginning of September. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.